What's up guys, it's Lauren and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm basically just going to be answering weirdly random questions. I guess there's an ant on my wall. I am going to kill it. I swear, ants are immortal. Okay, I squished it, we're good. I basically just scrolled through websites and found questions that I think were random enough. So without further ado, let's get into the video. What sport would be the funniest at drinking alcohol to? I would say gymnastics. That would cause major injuries, so I'm gonna go with soccer. If you could morph two animals together to make a super animal, what would they be? And I would say probably an ostrich and a lion. I don't know why I came up with those, it just popped into my mind and I was like, that would look funny. Maybe it's a thing, I don't know. If animals could talk, which one would be the rudest? And I definitely see a lion to see a person staring at it and be like, what are you looking at? Which animal would be the most polite? I would say a chimpanzee. Chimpanzees, they can smile and I don't know, they're just so cute. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn? I will just insert a picture here. This is a screenshot from a TikTok I made a while back. I don't know what I was thinking when I decided to post it or even film it in the first place. I'm glad I don't wear that stuff anymore. It was cringy. What is the best type of cheese? Provolone. If you could give up one thing you do every day, what would it be? Waking up. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes, because there's a hamburger, which is, you know, like this. Then there's a hot dog that is like this, but like, put it sideways. It's the same thing, you know? It's bread with meat in the middle. If a hacker hacked into your browser and threatened to send your history to your family and friends, how much would you pay for them to not do so? I've got nothing to hide. Moving on. Is cereal soup? Yes. Worst teachers? I have quite a few. I will go from the first I remember to the most recent one. In 7th grade, math teacher loved making me cry. I was never good at math and it was the day after spring break, so I was exhausted. I was falling asleep in class. He saw that, called on me, like a lot of teachers do if they notice somebody not paying attention in class. I didn't know the answer, and then he asked me a bunch of questions that I should have known, like what's half of 60? Obviously that's 30, and I just was not processing the questions because I was so anxious about being called on and being embarrassed. The day after that, this one guy got called on. He didn't know the answer, so he got to phone a friend and he called on me because he knew I wouldn't know the answer. And I got so anxious I came home crying. 8th grade teacher for science loved making fun of my answers. We did a practice air test type thing. He could pull up, oh, there's another ant, what the heck? I'm casually just using my sheets of music from choir that I printed out. But I don't need them anymore, so it's okay. Where did it go? Oh. I squished it. Oh no, it's still alive. How is it still alive? It's squished right here, but it's still alive. What the heck? It's still alive, but it's not moving very much, so. Anyways, he would pull the answers up on the board, but it would say, I don't know, I think it might have been one of the last people to answer the question. It couldn't have been first because I was very slow at answering questions. So it was like one of the last people to answer the questions got automatically be pulled up of their answer, if that makes sense. Like that's what the program did. I was never good at science. I think I was more stressed about the fact that he was showing people's answers, so I could not think straight. I was like, what's the chance of my answer being pulled up? Apparently 100 because they were pulled up like 3 times. I got 2 of them wrong. Since I couldn't think straight, I got 1 wrong that should not have been wrong. People laughed in front of the whole class. He was back at the classroom, I was in the front, so he like yelled. He was like, I don't know why you put that. That's obviously not the right answer. Like, wow, thanks. Then I got the other one wrong. And then I got one right. And one classmate went, hey, Lauren actually got it right. And the teacher was like, oh my gosh, yeah, she did. And they like seemed really shocked. So I started crying. Like, I couldn't deal with it anymore. And a lot of people came up to me. They were like, that's not right of him to do. We're doing it the next day too. Like, we were gonna do the same thing, but a different test. So I told my dad about it and he was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to the teacher. He came up and apologized to me. Didn't seem very sincere, but and my all-time worst teacher that I've talked about many times before, my 9th grade algebra teacher. He called my work garbage multiple times in front of the class if I did it on the board. Not that I had a choice to not do it on the board, even though my friend had the same answer and he didn't say anything to her. He was a very bad teacher. He made me feel like trash. Depression kicked in. I came home crying a lot doing his homework. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. And I was terrified to ask him for help because he acted like I was stupid. So I got a tutor. We went over the homework and he made every question like a 1/5 of a point, a 1/4 of a point, like 2/4 of a point. One time my tutor helped me with the problem and it had way more work and it was a different way of doing it than my teacher does it, but that wasn't good enough. He called me from class and was like, did you cheat? And I was like, no. And he's like, then who helped you? I was like, my tutor. And I was thinking that I needed to get because you're such a sucky teacher. And I have a chance of getting him next year for my junior year. He teaches algebra 2 as well. This year I don't really have any complaints about my teachers. Nobody makes me feel worthless and stupid. They're helpful. And then the next one is best teachers, which I have quite a few of those too. My 2nd grade teacher gave us candy. I can't remember exactly why, but she did. And then when I was in middle school, I was in like 7th or 8th grade. She's my 2nd grade teacher and my sister had her too, I think. My sister's 2 years younger than me. We were both way past her class. And she randomly calls one day. She's like, hey, do you want to come over and swim with my granddaughters? And I was like, sure. I was shocked, but I loved her. She's so sweet. My 6th grade science teacher was very chill, laid back, loved me. 7th grade social studies teacher, it was very funny, made a lot of jokes. She made sure we understood what we were learning. Very easy class for sure. 8th grade language arts, she was very nice. So people say she's more strict this year, but with my class she was so nice, and her daughter actually goes to the same gymnastics place that I used to go to. 9th grade physical science teacher, so nice. He has a Rottweiler dog. She'll take papers out of your book bag and chew them up, and he left me because I did all my work, and I even did the girl behind me's work. She'd be talking and I'll just take it and write down the answers and give it back to her. So he always got off topic too. Always. Honestly, this year I don't have an all-time favorite. I want to say my geometry teacher, and she doesn't have very many tests, whereas last year for algebra we had a test like every month. I can't even remember the last time I had a test for her class. She also has a dog for like emotional support, therapy dog, I don't know which. I'm like talking really weird. I need to like stop talking. So anyways, those are my favorite and least favorite teachers. Let's get back to the actual questions. Celeb you think should not be famous? I don't consider her a celebrity because she just annoys the freaking crap out of me. She lied about her age. There's proof finally. It's Danielle Cohn. Can't stand her. She dresses like she's 21. Don't come at me, please. I don't want to start drama. The most beautiful place I've seen. I haven't really gone many places where it's just for vacation. I went to Disney in 4th grade and then Tennessee in I think 7th. But we do have Baton Nationals every year, so it's in a different state. Last year was Ohio, the year before that was Florida. The year before that it was Wisconsin. Anyways, that's kind of our vacation because it's really expensive. So anyways, the most beautiful place I've been to is Niagara Falls on the Canadian side. It was gorgeous. Like, it was so pretty. We got so wet. Okay, would you rather shoot spaghetti out of your fingers or sneeze meatballs? Sneezing meatballs would definitely be painful. So shoot spaghetti out of my fingers. Pew! What would you ask your pet if you could ask it 3 questions? Number 1, why do you follow me everywhere, even to the bathroom? Number 2, do you remember Parker? Number 3, do you get annoyed by how much I toss and turn at night, so that's why you move up to my stomach or my head to lay by me? That is all for my one dog because I've had him since I was 4. If you could be in the Olympics, what sport would you do? I would say gymnastics, but I've heard baton is currently in the works for making the Olympics. If it does make it, then probably that. But if it doesn't, then definitely gymnastics. If you could change your first name, what would you pick? Caitlin. What trait do you like most about yourself? Nothing. What am I good at? Nothing. Stupidest way I've hurt myself. I jumped off a bunk bed at a camp filter thing for school, bruised my growth plate in my foot, and I didn't know until a month after because it kept hurting and I kept walking on it and I needed crutches for like a week, but I gave up after 3 days because let me tell you, crutches in school going from class to class is not fun. I would get on the bus and feel like I was about to pass out. So I gave up. Is there an app you hate but you use anyways? For me, it's Facebook. I don't hate it. It's just not as convenient, but I mainly have it for my family members. We have a group Facebook page for my ginormous family. When my grandma was in the hospital, my dad posted updates because we live all over the world. Not the world. I think one lives in either Idaho or Illinois. My other family members live like 4 hours away. Other family members live an hour away. Some live 2.5 hours away. So it's very helpful. Would you rather be trapped in an elevator full of men with BO or 3 dogs soaking wet? Definitely the dogs, because A, they dry, and BO, I feel like you can smell it after like a week. And I love dogs. So I'm claustrophobic, and I have always had a fear of being trapped in an elevator. If I start hyperventilating, they might be able to make me feel better. What are you freakishly bad at? Throwing it back.
Okay, let's get it now. I'm with a bad keys with his friends. I don't say hi, I say keys to the Benz.
One night you wake up to a weird noise and see a bunch of mummies surround your bed when you shine your light. They're not doing much of anything, but just staring and standing there. What do you do? Honestly, I would probably slowly reach for my phone, and depending whose house I'm at, either text or call my mom or my dad, because I wouldn't want to run out of there in case they followed me. Do you find pets better and friendlier than humans? If I'm being 100% honest, animals do not deserve us. And the last question is, do you think Sunday or Monday is the start of a new week? I think Sunday is. I mean, technically, obviously it is, because like on the calendars, you know, people have different opinions. Comment down below if you guys consider Sunday or Monday as the beginning. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. I don't really care, and subscribe if you're new, and follow me on all of my social medias. Comment down below videos you'd like to see next. Bye guys, love you! That's good enough. Bye guys, love you! Bye guys.